Hi, my name is Allison Dowling, and I'm an undergraduate student studying at the University of Kansas doing research in Raman spectroscopy. I help partake in research in the mineral known as hematite. More specifically, I have been doing Raman spectroscopy on the variant known as OOLITIC hematite. Our goal when doing Raman spectroscopy on these samples is to get a better understanding of the minerals associated inside these rocks. We can also get a better understanding of the crystallinity of these rocks and also the chemical makeup. Our rocks of oolitic hematite are found in the Birmingham, Alabama area. They are associated with the Red Mountain Formation, which is seen here in red, and are known to be formed during the lower Silurian in a shallow tidal delta setting. When running the spectrometer on these rocks, we decided to run a green vis laser, which was at a wavelength of 514.5. We ran it through a 20 times objective at 100% power, and the accumulations were 30-second accumulations for 5 times. What we were able to then discover was the different types of minerals that are associated inside these rocks, besides hematite. As seen in this chart here, we were able to find indications of quartz, apatite, rhodochrosite, siderite, magnesite, calcite, and low magnesium calcite. We are also then able to figure out the type of crystallinity associated with the oolitic hematite. Seen here is a spectrum in green of a perfect single crystal of hematite. The blue and orange here are spectra obtained off of our oolitic hematite. The green spectra here shows good crystallinity, while the orange and blue, due to fluorescence and changing in bandwidth, indicate moderate to poor crystallinity. We were also then able to figure out a bit more about the chemical makeup of these oolitic hematite samples. When looking at the oolitic hematite samples, we were able to find out that there was sp2 carbonaceous material in the system due to spectra obtained off of specific areas. These specific areas were specific ooids that are typically ran larger in size, were a darker color, also sat more on top of the matrix, and here are a few examples here. And the spectra that were obtained off of these samples would look and come out like this. Here we have the D and G band, which originally was not seen or associated, such as in spectra here, with the hematite. The G band stands for graphite, which is an indicator of carbon in the system. What type of carbon it is due to the bandwidth, the height, and what is occurring in the band in front. Due to what is occurring, we are able to then inform that it was sp2 carbonaceous material because it is low intensity and has a wide bandwidth. Because of this, we can then say it was formed between about 60 to 140 degrees Celsius, which is consistent with thermally immature diagenetic alteration. And that would indicate that there's a type of biological remain, also known as kerogen. Further evidence to prove that this was a diagenetic alteration was the presence of rhodochrosite seen throughout the different samples. Rhodochrosite is strongly linked to organic degradation in sedimentary systems for microbes, which helps then indicate that this G band here is in fact sp2 carbonaceous material. So what we were able to then, for the first time ever, is get a list of minerals identified throughout the oolitic hematite. We're also then able to understand the type of crystallinity associated with the hematite. And finally, we were then able to indicate the type of chemical makeup is in there, such as finding out that there is sp2 carbonaceous material in the system, which is indicative of a biological origin. Our future work will then concentrate on obtaining a thin section of these different samples and getting a better understanding of the structure of these ooids and the localization then of the kerogen seen throughout these different ooids. Thank you for listening.